Hey guys, do you know the internet has the phone directory? Yes, I'm talking about the DNS. Without DNS, we cannot use any internet services. Hi, this is me, Pathak. You're watching Pathak Media, and in this video, I'm gonna explain about what is DNS and why to use the DNS service. The purpose of DNS server. So if you have not subscribed to our channel, there is red subscribe button below this video. Click there to subscribe us and also click on bell icon so you can get notification as soon as I upload videos on YouTube. So let's start the video from the full form of DNS. The full form of DNS is domain name server, domain naming service, domain name system, whatever. There are different kinds of full forms available of the DNS, but in gist, the DNS is the activity, the service that manages the IPs and the domain of a service, of any website, of any web application, of any internet service. For example, Facebook is a company that is a domain name. Facebook is a domain name, Google is a domain name, YouTube is a domain name, but they have different IPs assigned to a certain services. That is, Facebook has certain IP, Google has certain IP, YouTube has certain IP. They have different IPs really interlinked with the domain. That is done by the domain name server, DNS. DNS makes the relation between IP address and the domain name. And what is the relation? Why is it necessary to interlink domain and the IP address? So few years ago, we used to have the phone directory because we did not have any smartphones and there was just a landline phones, and we used to see the phone numbers and the name of the person in phone directory so that we can make connection, we can contact to the person that we want. And later smartphone devices came and we did not need that phone libraries, phone directories, but we still have phone number and the name is stored in the database in our phone. That is what I'm gonna say is that we cannot remember the IP addresses of every website, web services that we want to go through. For example, if you want to go to Facebook, if you want to go to YouTube, if you want to go to any Amazon.com or any NTC.com, Ansel.com, whatever website that we use, they have different IPs, and IPs are very large number. Have 4% of the numbers in their IP addresses, and we cannot remember all these numbers. But the computer does not understand the domain, that is Facebook.com, Google.com, PathakMedia.com, NTC.com, BBC.com. It does not understand the domain because computer fully relies on the binary digits, that is 1 and 0. So for that, there is a communication gap between the computers. The computer understands the binary digits, whereas the human understands the number, that is name resolution. So to resolve that problem, the DNS service has been come up. The DNS server makes the connection, makes the relation between the IP address and the domain name. They link the IP address with domain and domain with IP address. That is forward relation and reverse relation. We can go through domain name to find out the IP, and we can find out the domain name from that IP as well. So if you have ever tried to find out the IP address, or if you do not know how to find the IP address, simply go to command line cmd and just type the ping facebook.com. Then you will get a reply from the IP address of Facebook. And similarly, you can ping the YouTube, Google, and my blog as well, anilpathak.com.np. You can ping there and you can find out the IP address of that domain name, so you can get connected to the internet. And another thing is that you cannot connect to the internet. You cannot use any services of the internet without using the DNS server, because computer understands the IP address, I already said, and if there is no DNS server, there is no any relation between IP address and the domain name. That's why domain name does not gets understood by the computer devices, and we cannot get redirected to the required domain. If you are going through some website for the first time, like if you go for Amazon.com or any website, Facebook.com, Google.com, YouTube.com, if you are going there for the first time, then the computer takes little more time to retrieve the information from that website. But if you have gone once to this website, then you can easily go to that website from your browser, because the browser stores the cache information of that website, and they have information about the domain IPs, and they have the complete information of DNS server. And every ISP internet service provider have their DNS server, because keeping their own DNS server in the ISPs makes their internet more faster, because when we type something on the browser, then we get to the DNS server of the ISPs, because we have connected to their internet and they have set their DNS. We have to store their DNS IPs in our computer system. That gets automatically obtained automatically, because we connect them, obtain automatically. We automatically obtain IPs, and we automatically obtain DNS server IPs as well when we connect to the internet, because when we store them manually, there gets some kinds of conflict and we do not get access to the internet. So when we type something on the browser, our request goes to our ISP server, and that ISP DNS server, and if that DNS server has information about, that is, if we type facebook.com, and if our ISP DNS server of ISPs has the information about the facebook.com and their IP, then we can easily access the facebook.com in very quickly. But if our DNS server does not have that DNS, that is facebook.com and their IP, if name resolution is not added, has not been added in the DNS server of our ISP, then that ISP sends request to another higher DNS server, and that takes more time, because the TLS, time least service, or what is that called, TTL, time to live resolution is that takes more time to get that request responded by the specific servers that we have requested. So actually DNS server is the bridge between the users and computers to get access to the internet service. For example, we want to go to somewhere, like we want to go to Kathmandu, Nepal, by the Nepal Airlines. Then if there is no Nepal Airlines, because there is only means to go to Kathmandu, Nepal is the Nepal Airlines, and if Nepal Airlines got some problem and they stop their service for some time, then no one can get access to go to the Kathmandu, Nepal. So actually, in simple terms, I'm trying to clarify you, and here in this scenario, the Nepal Airlines is the DNS server, and the people who want to come to the Kathmandu, Nepal are the users, and the Kathmandu, Nepal is the services. And since there is no Nepal Airlines, then the users are not able to reach their destination Kathmandu, Nepal. So at conclusion, what I meant to say is that DNS resolution is made to make easiness for the users and for the computers and to access the internet service, because Facebook, we understand, is the domain, and the computer understands something, that is the IPs. So for general people to understand, the DNS is simply the advanced form of the phone directories that is used by the internet and computer devices to make their websites, to make their web service available to the users by using the internet services. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like this video, and if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, there is red subscribe button below this video. Click there to subscribe us, and also click on the bell icon so that you can get notification as soon as I upload videos like this. And stay safe, stay secure, stay updated. Thank you very much.